Namaste to all. Very, very interesting questions. The first question is, what will liberated souls do in moksha? See, liberated souls, they enjoy the ananda of Paramatma. They are always in association with Paramatma in the moksha avastha. They don't have any bandhan. They are not in the dukkha of the body. They don't feel this pain in the body, the dukkha. They don't have any sufferings. They are always in association with Paramatma. Just like when you sit near the fire, you will feel the heat. When you sit near the ice, you will feel the coolness of the ice. Similarly, when the moksha avastha, when they are always with Paramatma, because Paramatma is sarva vyapak, they always feel the Paramatma is ananda swarup. They feel the ananda of Paramatma. They will always be in the bliss. And Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati also has written in the Satyartha Prakash, the more the wisdom gained by a soul, the more happy he is. The highest happiness is when he gets the highest wisdom. So in the moksha avastha, the soul goes from places to places, from galaxies to galaxies, from stars to star and sun. Suppose a soul wants to see, go to the deepest core into the sun to witness what is happening inside the sun. So the soul is taken to the sun by Paramatma Shakti. Paramatma is a father and the soul is the son. A son is telling to father, Papa, mujhe udhar le jao. So Papa le jate hain. Similarly, the yogi, it's not a yogi, it's a soul now. It's a jivatma. The atma says to Paramatma that I want to go there. So Paramatma's power takes, and then he witnesses what happens in the sun. He sees across the universe. Even the universe is in the universe avastha, not in the non-pralaya avastha. That yogi goes across. The more he goes from place to places, the more ananda he attains. Also, he learns many things. He, in the sense, the atma learns many. He or she doesn't. Atma is neither he nor she, but we just say he. The atma learns more and more things, right? So the more knowledge it gains, the more wisdom and the more happiness it gets, the more bliss it gets. So in the moksha avastha, it is continuously in the bliss. For that 311 trillion years, it is always in the blissful state because of the presence of Paramatma, and because of it feels the presence of Paramatma. Today Paramatma is present even inside this room, but I don't feel the bliss of Paramatma. Why? Because I'm still in avidya, I'm still in bandhan, I'm still not having that anupashyati. The word comes in the Vedas is yastu sarvani bhutani atmaneva anupashyati. Pashyati means देखना है. Anupashyati means vidya, dharma और samadhi के बाद देखना है. So because the yogis have anupashyati, the vision of yogi is anupashyati. They see, like when you see me, like I'm wearing a blue shirt, I'm sitting in a room, maybe you guess it is a hotel, a beautiful room with a white bed, etc. You are seeing the body, you are seeing the room, you are seeing beautiful lighting is there. Somebody will ask, where are you sitting now, which place, etc. Somebody might ask question. Many questions have come. We see this physical thing. A yogi sees, okay, they see the body, they understand that this body is able to speak because of presence of Atma. So this person is Atma. And the yogi also sees inside the Atma there is a Paramatma also. Inside, everywhere in the room, there is a Paramatma also. The yogi feels Paramatma, the yogi feels the Atma, the yogi also understands the body. This is Anupashyati. So they have a very clear understanding of Paramatma's Ananda. We do not have it. So that is what they will always be in the moksha avastha. They will always be enjoying the bliss of Paramatma across the time of, until that end of moksha period. And also, one more question was, what will be the status of your Acharya Ram Swarup Ji Yogacharya's ashram after 1000 years? Who will take care of his teachings and books? Very simple answer is you and me. Of course, you are not the person who have asked this question is a very great devotee of my Acharya, but not a disciple yet. So the devotees who have interest in the Vedic Dharma, you and me and all people like us must take these teachings forward to next generation. And for us to take the teachings of Acharya Ram Swarup Ji Yogacharya to the next generation, we must follow the instructions. Like I'm making videos, but I'm indulgent in Kam, Krodh, Mad, Lobh, Ahankar after doing the video, then I cannot take it to the next step. What happens after 1000 years? If we are able to take it to the next, if we are able to follow the teachings in this janma, when we are alive and we are able to spread that and inspire other people, then when our janma is over, again Paramatma will give opportunity to learn these teachings. So it is in our hands basically. And person who has asked this question is not a disciple. You have been seeing this video, my channel, for 5 years, 6 years now. Still you are thinking to come to Acharya. You say, okay, I have to go to Acharya, but I don't have time, I'm busy, etc., etc. So you should not waste time. You must reach to Acharya immediately to take Diksha. You must reach Acharya to learn Ashtanga Yoga philosophy. You must, of course, you are reading books, but you must follow it. And I am reading the books of Acharya, I must follow it. So every one of us, when we start the learning of Acharyas properly, the opportunity to establish or carry forward that, the parampara will exist. Like, I was thinking other day, like one more Acharya, Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati, let's say, after what happened to Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati's ashram and his teachings and his books after 200 years now, their disciples also started learning and worshipping and respecting, worshipping not in the sense Murti Puja. They started worshipping the wisdom of Maharishi. They started understanding Satyartha Prakash in its deepest sense, Vyavahar Bhanu book, Sanskara Vidhi, Gokarna Nadi, ityadi. They started understanding, and they also became Ved Vidwan. They adopted Brahmacharya, they adopted truthfulness, Satyahimsa, ityadi. And slowly, some people of Arya Samaj, they just limited themselves with arguments with Hindus and Muslims. But some people, they decided, okay, no, I will follow like what Maharishi told, and I will try to become like Maharishi. So those people started following Veda Vidya. They, again, if you see, many Acharyas have written, like Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati died after writing Yajurveda and this part of Rigveda, 7 mandal of Rigveda. But his disciples only completed the rest of the work. So they also became Ved Vidwan. And now the parampara is still going on. There are still good ashrams of Arya Samaj which still teaches in Gurukul system. Like Darshan Yoga Mahavidyalaya, or go to Vanaprastha Sadhaka Ashram or other ashram, Paropakarani Sabha, etc., etc. They still teach you, in the parampara system, they teach you various darshanas, Upanishad and Vedas, etc., Sanskrit, Mahabhashya, etc., etc. So they have taken the tradition and take it forward. Similarly, Acharya Ram Swarupji Yogacharya, my Acharya's disciple, each one of us have that responsibility to take the teaching and spread. It's not about, Acharya Ram Swarupji Yogacharya and Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati, they taught and they are teaching the same thing, Veda Vidya, Brahma Vidya, Ashtanga Yoga Vidya. The problem is, we lack tapasya. I was today morning, I was thinking, I was listening to one Acharya, he was speaking about his Acharya's tapasya. His Acharya did not had even one, he had food, 1 roti, 2 roti per day only, very, very poor. But even at that situation, he studied Vedas. He did not leave tapasya and studying Vedas. And some days, that Acharya was telling, my Acharya used to eat roti with water. Roti is available, water is available. Roti he used to eat with water, but still he did not stop the tapasya and studies. Kitna kasht, itne pratikul paristiti. For us, we want AC and big sofa set. If the AC is available, current is there, every facility is there, we say, okay, I will do tapasya. That is not tapasya. And when he told, I was remembering my Acharya. My Acharya used to say, when I was Jigyasu, searching for Brahma, Parabrahma everywhere, I used to go to one Acharya, one Guruji, and whatever that Guruji told, I used to follow. And in that ashram, my Acharya used to say, in that ashram, they used to serve me roti which is 5 days old. It will be very thick and it will be like rubber. You are unable to bite the roti, and they will give the sabji of grass. And the cook in that ashram used to say to my Acharya that this grass, our Guruji walked for walking. So that wherever he walked, that grass I have uprooted and I made sabji. So my Acharya used to say that, I was not having any thinking about the sabji and roti. My thinking was only Brahma Vidya. My thinking was only what my Acharya will teach and what I will follow. See the Jigyasu. This is called as tapasya. Today, when I go to I was just thinking, When I go to my Acharya's ashram, I will I get a bed to sleep? Will I get a proper place to sleep? And when the food is happening, will I get proper food? This is the thinking of people like me. But whereas my Acharya was thinking only about Parabrahma, Paramatma. And my Acharya, that is why my Acharya said, when I went to my Acharya ji, Baba Bankanti Das Brahmadas, Baba Bankanti Brahmadas, Maharaj, Yogi Raj, he was in the jungle. And in the jungle, he told to me that, he gave me only one bhori. Bhori means in Tamil, goni pai. So one bhori diya, Maharaji, my Acharya was given a bhori, and then he said, you cannot wear any shirt, you cannot wear any banyan, you cannot wear any pant, you have to be in langot, and you have to do tapasya, and you cannot bring any chaddar, anything from your home. And this is your bhori, and you must do tapasya in this, and you must sleep in this. If you are okay, then you can be here, otherwise you get out. Seek. And my Acharya used to say, I was not even worried about that. I was not worried about where I will eat. I was not worried about where I will go for a toilet. Like, some people have messaged me, sir, your Acharya's ashram has got Western toilet facility. Your Acharya's ashram has got this facility. They ask question. I'm not saying anything bad. But the thinking for us is for our comfort. But thinking of my Acharya, Swami Satyapati ji, Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati, their thinking was not comfort. Their thinking was whether my Acharya will teach me pranayama, whether I will do pranayama, whether I will be able to serve my Acharya. That is where their thinking and our thinking. So because of this thinking, we are backward. We are unable to become a tapasvi. So what happens after 1000 years of Acharya Ram Swarupji Yogacharya? If the disciples become his true followers, I'm not interested in comfort. I'm interested in tapasya. I'm interested in following my Acharya's preaching. I'm interested to do every day Brahma Yajna, Deva Yajna, etc., etc. I'm interested to do Dan, Seva, Karma. I'm not interested to do politics and then backbiting, etc. Then Acharya Ram Swarupji's teachings will exist for millions of years. His books will exist for millions of years. Because that teaching is Vedic teaching only. Please understand. This is not a teaching of some Hare Krishna movement or something. These are Vedic teachings. For following the Vedic teachings, we must become ourselves tapasvi. Then only we can spread. So that is what every one of us has the responsibility. All the great Rishi Muni, Acharya Patanjali Maharishi's knowledge is still available today because his disciples spread that knowledge. Similarly, our Acharya's knowledge, we must try to spread it towards the next generations. Then it will exist for millions of years to come. And what happens to his ashram? See, ashram is a location. Location will exist as long as there is no change in the geography. A location will exist. But today, do you know where Sri Ram lived? His house is there? No, Sri Ram's house is not there. We don't know where Sri Krishna lived, where was his house. We know the location. Okay, this location Sri Krishna lived. So ashram is a location, but teachings are very important. Location will still exist if we maintain the buildings properly. It can continuously exist for some more time. But that is not really matter. The matter is the teachings, the Vedic teachings. The tapasya must be. He has set. He is a legend. Like Machar is a legend. Swami Satyapati ji, Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati, Kapil Muni, they are legend. We have to also follow the legend and try to become legend. Then this teaching will continue forever. This is our responsibility, but we are taking it lightly. We are not taking it very seriously. If we take it seriously, we must become tapasvi. We must not look into comfort. And Maharishi has very clearly written in Satyata Prakash, comfort chahiye, vidya nahi milegi. If you want comfort, no wisdom. If you want wisdom, then there is no comfort. But problem is we choose comfort. We don't want wisdom. And my Acharya chose wisdom. He never chose comfort, and he got wisdom. And he has all the comforts after becoming a yogi. But before yogi, he used to tell intense tapasya. Aisa tapasya soch nahi sakte hain. We get aisa tapasvi hai. Like 6 hours in one position. This is the tapasya of our Acharya. So we must try to follow it and try also as much as possible. We must try, and Paramatma will help us. If we are unable to become like a tapasvi like our Acharya in this janma, in the next 100 janmas we might become. but our intention must be there. That is important. Yeah. So, and one more question is, I have a question. Please to answer this. So his question was: in India, there are many spiritual gurus with millions of followers who encourages people to do idol worship. Like Pradeep Mishra, he narrates the Shiv Purana and tells everyone offering just a single pot of water to Shivalinga will put end to all sorrows. Even he provides examples by reading letters of his listeners and followers where people share their life experiences and describes how their lives changed simply by offering water. These examples include things like landing in a government job, being cured of illness that doctors had given up, etc. Couple of couples having children after 4 5 years of infertility. So the question is, if I apply basic logic, out of millions of people, a few exceptions are naturally bound to happen. These so-called gurus use these rare exceptions as examples to mislead the masses, falsely claiming that it was the offering of water to Shivalinga that ended their suffering. This is sheer hypocrisy, yet people still believe them. Very good point. Yeah. Furthermore, sir, these gurus receive millions in donations. They use this money to build old age homes, fund medical treatments for the needy, and serve the cows Gau Seva. This means they are genuinely performing virtuous deeds punya. However, at the same time, they are turning millions into idol worshippers, leading them away from Paramatma by promoting anti Vedic practices. Because of this, people will never come to know about the true Supreme Soul and will end up wasting their entire lives. So, my question is, how will Paramatma judge the sins and virtuous deeds of these so called spiritual gurus? If you have any insights, please answer. Extremely wonderful. You have answered the question. So, they just take the exceptions. Exceptions are bound to happen in life, the normal distribution curve. Like, last time I told that brahmacharya will increase the lifespan. Then somebody told, see, Playboy CEO who was always promoting sex across this life, he lived up to 100 years or 95 years. How he got long life? Without he was always in with the girls and sensuality only. So exceptions are not examples because the life is normal curve. But his life, if you see we can see the outside life. He lived a lavish life, and the Epstein Files guy lived a lavish life. Trump is living a lavish life. We are seeing outside only. Internally, what is going in their mind, we never know. That is one point. And secondly, these gurus receiving millions of donations, but they are also running Gau Seva, they are also running schools for the blind children, orphanage, etc., etc., and they are trying to serve the society. They are promoting anti-Vedic idol worship, but they are serving the society. So will Paramatma give them blessings, or he will punish? See, Paramatma's track is always twofold: good karma, good result; bad karma, bad result. So here we must understand, see, they earn millions. Like, I saw that Akshardham Baba, over Baba was there. That Curly Tails, Hare Krishna in the Brindavan, Curly Tails visited them and they say, see, we serve 365 days meals for the poor. How many 40,000 people eat here every day, 10,000 eat here every day. Like that he was telling. So he says everything is free of cost or subsidized, 5 rupees, 10 rupees. See how many people are getting fed. It's all Paramatma Kripa, Sri Krishna Kripa, he was telling. So serving the poor, he is serving the poor. See, the thing is, he gets income of 100 rupees. He spend 50 paisa in everything else. Means what? He gets 100 crore rupees income. The total expenditure for all these activities, out of which many things will be subsidized by government also. He will say to somebody, vendor, see, I am doing annadana, tomato 20 rupees per kilo outside, you give me 5 rupees. He will give, okay, annadana. So he will do all those things. He will have a team. Anyways, 100 crore he earns. He will spend 1 crore. He will spend 5 crores. So 95 crores he will anyway, he will do, with 95 crores he will buy Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz, whatever it is. So now for the 5 crore Punya Karya is doing, why he is doing Punya Karya, fine, but he is doing with a business intention only. It's a business he is running, right? He is not running anything charity. The charity is only from a namesake. Anyway, but he is serving the poor, is protecting the cow. So from Paramatma point of view, for protecting the cow, he will get benefit. Maybe in the next Janma, that person will become, suppose he becomes a dog. So Paramatma will make him a dog in a Mukesh Ambani family. Example, I'm just in a billionaire's family. So in a billionaire family, the dog will sleep in a bed. I am in a hotel now in Chennai. So very good hotel, very big room. So the dog will get a room like this. in a Mukesh Ambani family, right? Example. So because even for servant room is better than a hotel room, I heard. So Paramatma will not give, see, because he is promoting Andhakar, he will never get a Manushya Yoni. Whichever Yoni he gets, suppose he that Jivatma is made as a tree in the next karma, next Janma, that tree will be born in a place of Amazon rainforest where it will be always water is available, oxygen, fresh carbon dioxide, fresh oxygen, whatever is available for the suitable for the tree. On the other hand, if somebody is doing very big sin, the tree will be born in a place like Chennai, near the Kuvam river, near the this one. So that tree will suffer a lot, right? So he is in Andhakar. He is doing good deeds. For the good deeds, Paramatma will reward that Jivatma. But for the bad deeds is more. 100 crore is more. 1 crore is 100 crore is 99 crore is doing papa, right? So that will be, anyway he is promoting anti-Vedas, he will get the next birth in Andhakar Yoni. And next birth he will go in Andhakar Yoni, but that Andhakar Yoni will get Sukh in the next Janmas. In all the Janmas, maybe after dog, that birth will be like cat. Cat also will live in as a pet in, like, some of my friends have 4 cats, 5 cats. All cats are given so much of love and affection, highest priority for medical needs, etc. So this is what will happen. So we must always ensure that we do not deviate from the Vedic path. If we also deviate, like, I am promoting Vedic Dharma here, doing a good deed, but if I am doing bad deed outside the camera, what happens? Paramatma mujhe bhi andhakar yoni mein bhejenge. Never he does any partiality to anybody. So this we must understand. So this is a very easy karma. Vyasmuni says karma cannot be easily understood. It's not easy to understand. But we can, when your base is adharma, definitely the next birth is in Andhakar Yoni. Please understand that. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.